Mm-hmm.
Welcome back. We are Magic Academy, and I am your head seeker, Ev, and this is the final episode of Curse of Strahd. We are joined today by Haley. You're muted, my
You're
love.
muted.
Nice.
I got to hear a heartbeat today.
Nice.
Hell yes. Randall.
I'm gay.
No, what?
I'm so proud of you for finally coming out.
God,
Yeah, thank you for trusting us
You're
with this.
so
for letting us
brave.
know.
I did that. Someone tried to throw a ball at me at work today, and I just turned and went, "I'm too gay for that shit." And he went, "You're too late," and I went, "Gay." And this little guy just looked at me like, "What is happening?" So,
Sarah.
I posted
the bottom
the show
say?
I'm working on. God hates the wolf eater.
Oh,
Nice. And Elisa.
I don't know what that is.
I've paid this dog the cheese tax at least 10 times over, and you know what? I'm still gonna keep giving it to him.
Follow
He
the wolf eater on
deserves
Instagram
it.
right now.
You can be part of the Magic Academy by making sure you like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new episode. We find our heroes in Barovia. Strahd's coffin is ash, and his body is still. Yet you still feel the oppression of Strahd's curse, the force holding Barovia captive. It still hangs heavy in the air like fog. The castle is beginning to shake. The stone walls around you threaten to give way. There is not much time left. Something is coming. Darkness begins to pour from the portcullis guarding Strahd's tomb. Thick, choking black smoke rolls through the halls, and if you do not run now, you may not have a chance. This is the last battle, part 3, the end. For real this time.
It's the one shot turned into one part 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You all make your way to the tallest tower to the top of the tallest tower in the castle. And as you reach the highest peak, Strahd's voice rings out over the castle, surrounding you in booming sound. You thought you could win so easily. You thought death could hold me for long. The curse upon these lands is eternal. You cannot kill me in a way that matters. I will have Tatiana. I will have this castle. I will have Barovia. And standing atop this tower, you see up through the roof of the castle from deep within a blood dragon emerges and begins to circle the tower. And we're going to go into initiative.
Are you telling
Once
me
I get all of your little guys on the thing.
Strahd turned into a dragon?
Maybe.
Sir.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Let me put you all on the I gotta put the T-Rex on there. We need the Mark II. We need Percy.
Mark II, you mean Mark III.
Mark II called 3.
Yeah, that's the confusing part of
Oh,
this
I
whole
thought you were
campaign.
Mark III.
No, I'm the Mark II. I
Um,
always have been.
It's okay. It's only the last episode.
The Shield Guardian. I'm going to allow the T-Rex to fit through that tiny trapdoor,
Yes,
but the
correct.
Shield Guardian is not quite going to fit through the trapdoor because
Excuse.
he's metal.
Excuse.
He can fire. If he can shoot stuff through the trapdoor, he can shoot stuff through the trapdoor.
I bust a hole in the side with my giant face.
All right. Fine.
I was gonna
Fine.
say, if the T-Rex makes it through, that thing is smaller than the T-Rex.
It's
Not
actually
like
smaller
the
than
T-Rex can
T-Rex.
climb a ladder
is.
with its little arms.
Don't, Haley. I worked hard for this polymorph.
Sorry.
Who am I missing?
The T-Rex is 3 by 3 hexes or squares, and I am 2 by 2.
Oh, hell yeah. Now the T-Rex moves like that.
Awful.
Yeah, that's nightmare fuel.
I wish I knew how to make the fucking dragon be a circle token, but alas, I do not. So we have this JPEG I pulled off of Google.
I could talk if you could
Oh, we
toss
could
me the
probably put
BTD
the,
token maker real quick. It's a website. Okay.
We should probably put the table on stream, Randall.
Oh,
Well, I was
probably.
getting it set up.
Listen, our faces are more important, okay?
True.
Okay.
As we were discussing PG tubers not 30 minutes ago.
Do you want Irina up there?
No.
No!
No.
The Hellhounds for sure, but not Irina.
Oh, that's right. You have hellhounds. Do you
We have
remember?
3 of them.
what
I
their
have 2.
HP
Elise has
is?
1. Yeah, I do
Okay.
remember what the HP is actually.
Okay.
Generally, and I'm happy to reapply it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Smash.
Looking at the stream, you can't tell it's the top of a tower. And the dinosaur looks ridiculous.
Well, okay.
Oh,
Is
the
this
Hellhounds, that's right.
everything?
Probably.
I think
Yes.
so.
Do get the Shield Guardian. I convinced you.
What's her name?
Stella.
Yes, that one. The
Ah,
Vaktir.
yes.
Are you gonna join us? Also,
Uh,
where's
you-
cast iron skillet?
What?
Cash money.
Cash money?
Yes,
Cash money went to go get his sister. You don't know what happened to
Yeah,
him
he
after
went to go
that.
find his sister's body.
Boo.
He's trying to save his dead sister. Where the fuck is Stella Vaktir? Is that the right sheet? That's
Also,
the
we're
right
missing
sheet.
Kellum. Oh no, we're not. Kellum's the
No, we're
T-Rex.
not. He's the
He's
T-Rex.
the T-Rex.
when we when we need his regular thing, we'll put it on there.
Yeah.
Okay. Position yourselves in the tower.
I don't got much place to go.
Oh, I was riding on top of the T-Rex.
Get on me.
Bet. Aww. You have to move your token down.
Yeah, I think I could do that if I right click and click this one. Boop.
Thank
There you
you.
Yeah.
Um,
Just watch out for my big mouth.
hey Ev,
Yes.
can I now say the speech I've had written since session 4?
Yes.
Oh.
Because stop trying to
Strahd-
fireball
as-
everyone.
Strahd circles the tower. You have the floor.
Thank you so much. I've been waiting for this for weeks and weeks and weeks. No! I thought I lost everyone. I thought my internet did the thing. That'd been so funny. 3 bursts through the trapdoor, knocking it straight off its hinge, sending it flying in their rush to get to the top. Seeing Strahd, now a dragon, Jesus Christ. No, there's no hint of fear. There's no moment where you think that there's hesitation. They run straight up to this bit here, standing on top of the wall, affixes Strahd with a gaze and says, "No, you are a human. You're just as human as the rest of them. You reek of cloying desperation and fear, this need to be in control. You attempt to bend reality to your whim because everything else, everyone else, is a threat to you. You flaunt power because you're so afraid to lose it, even though flaunting will be the way that you lose it. You are all so stubborn, so unwilling to accept change, so steadfast in the certainty that your way is the best way, despite all logic stating otherwise. You even needed to find a way to beat death, Strahd, to beat time. That's why you became a vampire. It was power, but moreover, it was fear. You chase godhood because you believe it will be your salvation. You will become as time is, unending, inescapable, all-powerful. Yet ultimately, you are human. You will be your own undoing, as every human in history has been before you. Power chases power, and it will leave you as it will leave us all, because nothing is more powerful than the arrival of the inevitable. You cannot outrun it. You cannot change it. You cannot challenge it. You will end up as every other human on this planet, unflinchingly and unceasingly dead. and I am eager to be the one who brings you to this end.
Fuck yes.
You say all this, like, up on the ledge of this, and Strahd just roars in utter frustration.
Nice. Nat 20 on my initiative. Oh my god.
Excellent.
I love it here.
All right, let me roll that NPC. Roll those NPCs, baby.
That might be the first time Callum's rolled above a 10 in initiative.
I know. Rando, you're muted.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
if
I don't know why I
can
did
do
that.
for you. I don't know if I
I
can
got
do
really
that for
excited
you.
and I yelled.
That's okay. I could just use what I got off the internet.
Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have a actor for that, unfortunately. But I admire I admire your ambition.
Hmm?
You'll find out.
Oh, I need to switch to combat music.
Oh yeah, we're fighting.
Chat, you
We
can hear the
fight.
music, right? I didn't fuck that up, did I?
All right. This
Okay.
brings us.
Like, you fucking idiot. You fucking up my job. Sorry, miss.
This brings us to the top of our initiative order with the Imperator Mark II.
3 jumps to get like a better angle from the side, hanging, like stepping on top of the wall, and pulls an arrow, and as they do so, it transforms into a bolt of lightning. And 3 announces to you all, I'm going to bring him down. I'm gonna roll to hit.
Fuck yeah.
Listen
Next week, you
here, God, whomever.
Got this.
Okay,
Yeah.
does a 29 hit?
A 29 does hit.
Okay, so I used lightning arrow.
Cool.
There is no dexterity saving throw because I hit. That's for anything around it, just so you know. There is
Okay.
nothing else around it. It's gonna deal 4d8 damage, lightning damage specifically. Okay, that's super helpful. Thank you. Okay. That doesn't tell me which one was for which.
What are you looking
Because
for?
it's 4d8 for the main target and then 2d8 for everything else around it, but it just rolled d8. So I'm just
Uh-oh,
gonna
it
roll
just
4d8
rolled
for you
all
real
together.
quick.
Okay.
Cool. That's 19 lightning damage on that first
Okay.
attack.
Okay. You do 19 lightning damage.
My hope is that it'll like buzz and have to land, but we'll see. And then I will just hit it normal with my arrow, with my next attack. Does a 13 hit?
Absolutely not.
Cool. The next one goes wide. And I will
This massive dragon is just like.
yeah, it just blows the arrow away. That's totally fine. That'll be that first one. Huh, that's weird. Anyways, that is that. Let me go ahead and I moved this. Can I not end my turn anymore? Is there a button? still?
Combat hasn't been started.
Oh, T.
Now you can.
Oh my god, amazing. That is my turn.
That brings us to the T-Rex.
Jesus, that D20
Ellie!
is massive.
Ellie, you here? I have big mouth. the tiny arms as I look at this dragon who is just so far away. And I stop my feet and just kind of look over like, what am I doing? And I swing out with my tail and it does not hit because there's no way I can reach.
It's a little far away.
And I just roar in frustration. And that is my turn because I can't do anything.
Rip your polymorph.
You planned this!
I sure did. And it sure is Percy's turn. You can do something on Percy's turn.
Yeah, Percy's gonna run over here, take out his light crossbow, but she's never fucking hit anything with.
No, I don't think he's ever hit with it.
Bless this man.
Oh, 23!
23 hits.
Shout out.
Good boy!
Wait, wasn't that a 19?
Good boy.
Oh, well,
That's critical.
That's a crit!
That's a crit if he's like a proper class.
He's a fighter.
No, you gave him
Never
for
passed?
critical. The sidekick attack rolls crit on
Oh,
19
yeah.
and 20. So I'm gonna roll that
yeah,
with
it's part of a sidekick thing.
crit damage.
Yeah. Crit damage. -3.
3 damage on a critical is painful. That is so homophobic on so many fucking levels. God damn it. Alrighty.
He has a second attack.
He sure does.
Oh, that made me sweaty.
That made me sweaty, they said.
Oh, it looks like they track ammunition now, which is new.
Yeah, they do. I've been tracking my own
14?
ammunition.
No.
Ah,
Alas.
Percy did a whole ass
bolt-
damage.
The bolt just bounces off of the dragon's thick hide. Which brings us to Stella Voctor, who is going to toss a Strahd's enemy bardic ass inspo to Lil. So you have a d6 for
Okay.
a roll if you would like. Homegirl is not equipped with a ranged weapon. So alas. Brings us to Ellie. But she's ready for if this dragon comes near. She is gonna move like up here.
Ellie is. You guys watch as Ellie transforms from a sweet little halfling old lady into a literal giant vulture.
How big?
It is called a large beast.
A large beast, so that's
It would
2
be
by
4.
2.
It would be 4 squares.
Okay. Da-ba-ba. 2 by 2. Update.
Perfect. We love a big thing.
Ellie.
Big lady.
And I'm gonna fly. Oh my god, it's so tiny. What does that say? 37?
Yeah, that says 37.
Great. I'm gonna fly towards Strahd. And we're gonna
Hey,
hit him with the multi-attack. So we're gonna do a beak attack and then a talon attack. So that's +4 to hit. Where's
One
my-
thing that bums me out about druids in BG3 is that wild shape is a full action. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
why?
Wait. Okay.
Why?
So I rolled an 8
Yeah,
on that first.
Yeah.
I guess that doesn't hit.
No.
If I do +4, will it automatically add it in the equation here? Oh my,
Oh my
god! Well, I'm cute at least.
At least you're cute.
And that ends my turn. I just bited him and clawed him, and I miss, and now I'm well within a dragon's range to bite the shit out of me. So that'll be fun.
Yeah. Lil, what are you doing?
Lil lets out a chaotic little cackle as she sees this giant vulture fly past her. She's like, oh, Ellie, this is going to be very interesting. And she casts Enlarge on Ellie.
You just cast Enlarge on me?
Yup.
Does that actually impact my attacks at all?
It does. It makes you more
improves
likely
them.
to hit. You deal more damage.
Does it improve my hit points?
Yes, it does. It adds 25, I think.
The
here
target's size doubles in all dimensions. Its weight is multiplied by 8. This growth increases its size by 1 category. If there isn't enough room for the target to double its size, the creature or object attains the maximum possible size and space available. Until the spell ends, the target also has advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. The target's weapons also grow to match its new size. While these weapons are enlarged, the target's attack with them deal an extra 1d4 damage. So you get an extra 1d4.
For
A little
damage.
different from
On
DG3,
your
which I was
damage.
playing yesterday. But that does mean you're the same size as Strahd right now, because you're technically from a 2x2 to a 4x4. So you are the same size now.
Let's fucking go.
You're like, bitch.
It would take you to a 3x3.
No,
It doubles
Wrong.
in size.
it doubles.
Doubles.
It says
No.
doubles in size.
It increases its
target-
size by 1 category from medium to large, for example. So it would go from large to huge.
So my husband was talking to me because our sink is broken, so I caught 40% of what y'all were saying. So do I get more HP or nah?
No.
No.
Boo.
The BG3 rule.
But you do get an extra d4 on your damage.
I'll
when you
take it.
attack.
Also, make me bigger, please.
I'm-
Yes. Thank you.
And then I am going to fly over here.
Riding Ellie's back.
Well, I can also fly, so I will probably
I know, but
land back
still.
on Ellie. And use one of my attacks since I can't do anything else.
there.
Actually, Lil, you might want to stick around just in case I do lose all 22 HP in a very rapid manner, so you can catch my ass and I'll fall to my death.
That's fair. Where am I at? It's this one. Normal. Is he considered a vampire right now?
No.
Of course not. Wait, my rolls are not showing up for me. I don't know what that roll.
Private.
Yeah, it says.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't even
I'll
like.
take it.
It says you rolled private dice. 19. 30.
Does a 19
God
hit?
damn.
Does a 30 hit?
Yeah, 30.
30.
Yeah, 30 hits.
So I assume that the sun sword part of it does nothing. Do I do that D8? Do I not do the
I
D8?
mean, it's still extra damage. It just might not,
It's still,
you know.
yeah, you would still do the extra damage, I believe.
Normal. Yeah, it's not showing me any of my stuff, my rolls. So
That was
whatever
20 damage on that
damage.
first one. Plus 16 sneak attacks, so 36 total. I think 6 of it was radiant, if I was watching correctly.
I have no idea. The D8 is what the radiant is. Hi, buddy. You ready to get down?
Oh, it was 8 radiant. 36 total, 8 radiant damage. If that matters.
Yeah, so he would still take the extra 1d8 because it's a little funky, but yes, still take the 1d8 because still technically would count as undead.
Okay.
So that's,
Whatever damage is in the chat that I cannot see, because I'm gonna need to
36.
log out and log back in.
So it's 28 plus 8. 28
Yes.
piercing, magical piercing, and 8 radiant.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Now it's his turn, and I'm gonna reload Foundry.
Indeed.
I don't like that.
Indeed, it is his turn. So, you know, dragon gonna dragon. You know, dragon gonna dragon. And he's gonna try and hit as many folks if I can. Okay. I need you. You are what I need. So from here, it'd be a 30-foot cone. So I would hit Lil, Ellie, the T-Rex, and a
No.
Hellhound. So I need
Rawr.
Lil, Ellie, the T-Rex, and this Hellhound to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that's a sexy 9.
So question, if I'm rolling with vulture stats right now. There's no, the dex is a flat 10.
So it's just roll
it's
1d20.
just D20.
Do you have proficiency in dex? I'd imagine no.
Oh, that was almost a 20. 14.
So Lil and the T-Rex pass, and you will take half damage.
Just about to roll 17 dice.
I mean, you're pretty close.
Yeah, I knew that was good.
So if you failed, take 60. If you succeeded, take 30 fire damage. As Strahd, with a roar, fire bursts out of his mouth.
Okay, well, I'm no longer a vulture, so Lil, I hope you're ready to catch.
You are muted, my love.
Yeah, you're muted, love.
Oh, you're no longer enlarged either, but I did only take half of that half because I used Uncanny Dodge.
Smart.
Smart.
If you would like, Lil, you may make me a dexterity, strength or dexterity check. So, athletics or acrobatics, I would allow either one, to catch Ellie.
Thankfully,
19.
I'm also small, so it's not hard for you to pick me up.
19 you catch. You catch Ellie for sure. But because halfling being held up by fairy, your movement will be halved.
Okay.
So let's see.
I'm very sorry, Lil. I was just trying to give him the 1-2, you know.
I think now is probably a good time to use Hold Vampire.
Will it work on a
think
dragon?
I don't know.
That guy's that hellhound just poofed out of existence. It went poof.
Wait, which one?
R.I.P.
Oh, yeah,
This
we
one.
can get rid of that one. That was my last one, so the other two are Sarah's.
All right.
No, that was
So-
mine. That one was mine.
Oh,
That does bring us to our 2 remaining hellhounds.
Yeah, so this guy's gonna move in front of Percy
gonna
and
yield
take
mine.
the dodge action. So it'll have an advantage on or attacks against it will have disadvantage because it cannot hit from that distance, from what I can tell. It does growl angies though. It's like mad. It's like grrr.
Nice.
And now Lil's hellhound is up.
mine is also going to hold its action until it's in range, and just move right here and go right.
All right. What's your shield guardian doing? Does the shield guardian have a ranged attack?
No.
Does it have jetpack
Most
feet?
of us don't have ranged.
Yeah, none of us have ranged attacks.
I tried.
Where's my charisma?
Ellie went.
-1.
I tried so hard.
So it's just gonna hold its action. There's nothing it can do.
All right, that brings us to 3.
He's gonna move back a little bit now that it knows how far reaching that fire breath is, and will roll to hit with a bow because I can hit it from. I love playing a ranger. For once, playing a ranger is like good for me, you know. So we'll make a first attack. Does a 17 hit?
No.
Oh my god.
Last 17 does not hit.
Oh my god. I still want to play this game anymore.
Y'all
All
were
right.
fucked.
That's my turn. Whee. I'm gonna go pee now.
All right. T-Rex.
Is it? How far up are we?
How
From
far
like
up
say, from like here,
from
here.
that?
What does that? What
Let
does that
me-
look like?
Let me take a look at that.
My-
That's a good question.
My thought experiment I'm doing here is I'm melee combat. Is there a way that I could at least jump over the edge, maybe take a little bit of damage, but grab its tail in my attack and kind of bring it down to the ground to make this somewhat melee feasible?
Let's see. I literally was just looking at the freaking map. The way that this castle is laid out, this castle, the architecture on this castle, I'm gonna be so for real, sucks.
Yeah, it looks like it would come down on like a roof,
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to.
but not sure how far that is.
How far down that roof is from where we are?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying to.
Because my
Check
other
out.
option, if melee is completely out of the option, then I'm gonna have to unpolymorph.
Well, it's
because you were awarded the polymorph in the first place, and now it's not useful.
Yeah, it's whatever works. I'll figure it out.
Sorry, I'm like.
It's cool. Take your time. Whatever you roll, I'm 100% behind.
Yeah, because that's. Because I think what that's supposed to be implying is like the expansion of like the tower. But I guess I might have put you on the wrong tower. But yeah, I'll say you could get down to like this ledge.
Does that getting down to that ledge? I still look 15 feet away.
He can't
Or
blow fire the whole time.
10
He'll have to get in close at some
feet?
point, right? Like,
Yeah, I also like trust me, it's not gonna be not melee feasible forever.
like he,
Yeah,
he
well,
has
I-
to recharge his fire breath.
Yeah. I just wanted to see if I could do anything this turn. I'm just seeing what I could do. If I move here, will I take damage moving here?
You have 15 feet of reach on your tail attack.
I do.
I don't have height, so I'm just not gonna do damage because I don't have a height for that because I don't think it's technically actually a ledge.
Okay. I will. This giant ass monster will then move here-ish. DM ruled if I can move here, which would put me 10 feet away.
Yeah.
Which would allow me to do both. Are you cool with that? I don't want to push my begging for what I can do. I don't want to push too far.
I'm so sorry. Can you repeat the question?
I moved a little bit further, so the center of my thing, most
the
of my
center
stuff
is-
is on there.
If the center is still on the thing, then that's fine.
Okay, this would put me 10 feet away, so I could do both attacks. Are they flying too high, or am I able to do it?
You wouldn't be able to do like a killing blow, but yes, you can certainly do damage.
I'm gonna try to at least bite and tail. If I could do both, I'm gonna try. All right, I will.
All I can imagine now is this giant T-Rex tail swiping through the air while a Fae is holding on to a fucking mini hobbit gnome.
You
Mini
will
hobbit
see
gnome.
this T-Rex jump over the edge of the little tower, kind of get their tippy toes up the top, and just kind of jump and nip at Blood Dragon Strahd.
Rod?
Yeah,
Did you forget Strahd's name?
I did.
Period.
Roll me those attacks.
Normal. Ooh, 22.
22 hits.
Oh, good. I'm trying to like reason out what I think the. Oh,
38 points of damage.
Jesus Christ.
I'm assuming this is huge. This is not large.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it was bigger than Ellie, and Ellie wasn't huge.
Looks bigger than me. So then I will then hop back down, and you'll see I'll kind of roar towards you two, and I'm saying duck, but I know that you can't understand me.
I can.
I say duck as my tail comes swinging for 29 to hit. I'm sure hits.
Yeah, 29 hits. Sorry, I'm like
For-
reloading Foundry because it
It's okay.
stopped responding.
For 27 points of damage. Ooh, I forgot
Okay.
the target. That's my bad.
Okay. The first one was 38.
yeah.
38 piercing.
Okay.
The tail is 27 bludgeoning.
Okay. Sorry. There's.
It's okay.
Well, I'm so sorry. Okay.
Am I back?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
Okay. So I'm so sorry. Repeat the damage to me again.
Oh, it's okay. 38 piercing, 27 bludgeoning.
Okay.
$65 total.
Okay. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
That's
Percy.
Percy.
Oh, me again. Percy will take out the crossbow. Ooh, actually, he's gonna like move down here to like get a good angle because giant T-Rex in the way. And is gonna take the crossbow out. Oh, did I hit attack? What did I just do?
You did hit
Yes,
attack.
I hit. 17 to hit.
No, 17 does not hit.
Dang. Okay, and then I got one more attack. 12 to hit.
No.
Perseus, you useless fucker. Okay, that's it.
That brings us to Stella Voctor, who is going to do another inspiration to 3.
You.
So you can have a d6.
Yay.
And then before we get to Ellie, we're gonna do a layer action. We're gonna do a little fun little layer action.
Oops.
Let's see, which one do I want to use this time?
The one that heals the party.
Yeah, true. That's what I was actually about to say.
Okay.
How is the party looking?
Okay.
I'm still in temp HP land with my polymorph.
Ellie, you're doing
Ooh.
badly.
I'm the
But
worst, yeah.
Caleb, make me a charisma saving throw.
No. No.
aren't you a charisma
Aren't you a
caster?
charisma character?
Don't I use the stats of the T-Rex?
Not wisdom,
No?
not charisma, not
Not for mental
intelligence.
stuff.
Yeah.
Great, because the T-Rex has -1.
Yeah. No. You still
Charisma
use your
saving throw. Okay, cool. Great. Never mind. I'm okay with this.
We use mind blank. Oh,
Oof. 12.
that's an ability check, so that's not correct. That's
yeah,
not
Well,
that's
it's
an
the same
ability check.
save. Oh no, it's not.
Saving
It's
throw.
completely.
Yeah, no, it.
Well, I'll just add 5
what
dice,
do
so
you-
it's 17.
17 meets it, beats it. You see as your
Thank you,
shadow, the shadow of the T-Rex begins.
How many years have we played this fucking game? Sorry, I don't mean that. It's like, guys, come on.
No, come for me. Let's go for it. Spell opposite.
As the shadow of the T-Rex seems to start to take on a life of its own, but is quickly quelled.
Oh, we have to face the T-Rex. So sick, nasty.
It'd be wild.
And that does bring us to Ellie.
So, Ellie is gonna look at Strahd in his big, dumb, stupid dragon form. And we're gonna cast Call Lightning at the 4th level.
Oh shit.
Oh my
That's what
god,
I'm-
oh my god.
That's my
I'm-
favorite spell.
I'm trying to shock it so it like can't use its wings. That's what I'm trying to do too.
So you guys just watch as this storm cloud seems to form out of nowhere above Strahd, above his form, and he needs to make a dex save
Okay.
of 16.
This fucking vent.
A dex save. Okay, so he's got a number for that. It's a 19.
Okay, so he does save, but he does take half damage.
I'll still take half. I love call lightning.
It's,
Watch a
it's,
bitch call
it's
lightning.
great. We're gonna pop the storm right here.
It's right over there.
Yeah, I
I appreciate
it's-
that.
call lightning is just simply my favorite spell.
Good rolls.
Ugh. So he takes, what's that, 11 damage?
11
12
damage. Yeah.
Why aren't
I'll take it.
it keeps not letting me, like, I keep having to reload because it won't.
What's happening?
I can't open the character sheet.
I was having that problem earlier too. I don't know why.
Yeah, so I'm once again reloading.
I'm not.
I'm once again asking for your support here in Vermont.
I'm once again asking. So that was 11.
I just heard the rain come pouring down, and I love that sound.
See
So,
when-
anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
You know what? No, that's an action. Wait. Sorry, I closed my character sheet. I don't know why I did that. Wait. Is it a bonus action? No, I had a bonus action. I'm gonna use Healing Word on myself.
Good idea.
And I'm gonna use it at 2nd level. Yeah, we're using it at 2nd level. I get a whole 9 HP back.
Nice.
Every little bit counts.
All right, is that your turn?
Yes.
Legendary action.
Shit.
The dragon begins to beat its wings, whoosh, 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 stirring up the clouds around it. And I need everyone within 10 feet to make a dexterity saving throw once more.
The dex save.
Curious as how this will work since Ellie's being carried by Lil.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Good call.
Good idea.
Okay.
Oh, it's better than it was. I have 17,
Yeah.
which is saying something because my dexterity saving throw is a +10.
So anyone who got below a 19 is going to take 11 points of damage and be pushed back.
Oops. Ah. Ah.
How much?
10 feet.
You know what? I'm not mad
I'll
about
take it.
Since I'm with Lil, I'm assuming I'm being carried by Lil. I'm
Yeah.
automatically pushed back. I just don't take the damage.
I can't move
I'm
myself,
okay with
so I've already been moved 5 feet away, so I need to move 5 more feet.
Yeah, I'm trying, but it's not. I don't know who moved. I don't know how you moved to the 5 feet the first.
Oh yeah, it's not letting me move anymore. Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
There
I
might
know
be a
what-
wall there.
There's a wall.
oh, it's a wall.
There, just move me there.
Eh.
Can I? Okay, no, I created another wall.
Ooh,
Can I
well,
not?
I got
Can I
it.
not select walls?
Ah.
Apparently, live streams added
Have
permitted
we
term.
got
Kill
moved?
this bastard.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, I'm still trying to at least create. There's some. What's the point of these goddamn walls? There isn't one. Why do you need walls here?
You can think roll
is it
20.
my turn?
Yes.
Haley, I need you to. There we go. Never mind.
Yes, it is now your turn.
Cool, and that actually worked out in my benefit. Do.
Cast enlarge again. This time on Kellum.
Oh.
Bigger dinosaur.
Why is it doing this? It's supposed to be a cone.
Oh.
Circle of cold.
Cool.
So, because there was a wall there, are we technically above solid ground now, or like, are we like if?
You guys are probably like 20 feet above T-Rex big.
Yeah.
I need him to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. What's he got for that? Big money, no whammies. 21.
Good enough. He still takes half damage. Though since it's 34 damage of cold,
17.
Okay.
unless it affects the dragon and it fiery stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, it's I can only open the character sheet from the actor page. It won't let me like double click the token. So that's 17. I don't even know if it's updating the token.
It did.
I have to reload if I want to move the token, which I do.
I feel like you just log out, log back in. That I'm not having the same issues.
Neither am I.
I'm not either. Also, Randall, was your shirt on purpose today? Did I just notice that?
I was wearing it yesterday. I change my shirt out like every 2-3 days because I go to work in different clothes. So these are like. Yeah,
I just meant. Did you mean to wear the T-Rex shirt today?
It fits though. Doesn't it work?
I just noticed.
I'm going
One of my
to
favorite comfy
land.
shirts.
I'm going to land Ellie safely onto whatever ledge this is,
Thank you, friend. Much appreciated.
It's like the lowest one.
and then sit on Kellum's like neck ridge right there. And that's my turn.
And nestle up for you to.
I love Kellum's neck
scratch.
ridge.
Okay.
We don't have time for scratches right now.
I closed the tab. I logged out. I logged in. Hopefully things are gonna work now, and they're gonna stay working. That'd be very nice.
In this house, we stay working.
Okay. It is Big Boy's turn. It's Strahd's turn. First things first. I need to roll a d6.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be like right here.
Oh shit, over here. First things first, I need to roll a d6. Let's see. That's a 5. Which is excellent. Excellent. So, what is his fly speed? His fly speed is 80. We love to see it.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Fast as fuck, boy. 40, 70, 80. Okay. Oh, and there's a fucking wall. There's a mother wall. I'm gonna
Again, thank you, Roll20.
Can I multi-select walls? I can. Oh, I figured it out. I figured out how to multi-select walls. Okay, get the fuck out of here, all y'all. Got rid of all of them.
No
Okay.
more walls.
75, so 80 right here. And we need, because I rolled a 5, another cone. What is it? That might not be the cone. Yeah, 30. I gotta zoom in. Yeah, that's basically 30. So I'm gonna need 3, the Shield Guardian, and this Hellhound to make me a Dexterity saving throw.
I'm using main support. No, DC 17 if memory serves, so 18 is fine.
Are you sure about that?
You said it was 17 last time. You said 17 or below. That's why Ellie took. That's why we had someone take a quarter because they meets it beats it at 17. If I'm wrong, I will.
I did
will,
17.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a meets it beats it. If it's wrong, that's fine.
That was the
it's-
charisma saving throw on mine.
Yeah,
No,
the charisma,
yeah, but that was for something
charisma
else.
saving throw was
This,
17.
the first time
okay.
you used fire breath, someone
19.
else rolled a 17. Meets it beats it. Did.
The 17 wasn't the meets it beats it.
Oh well, that Hellhound also got a 21. So fuck off, I guess. Yeah, I'll do it again. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Well, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna stick with my 18 then, I guess. Fuck
I
me.
mean, if you all remember me saying 17, then I will.
No, it's fine. I'm down. I'll take the damage. It's really not that big a deal.
So what is that? Let's,
Deal the damage.
because the DC is here is 19.
Okay.
I am
19.
if-
So you
if
did say
I-
19 for a different thing?
I have a 19.
I thought they were two different
on-
DCs. I just thought they were two different DCs, but like that's also fine.
What were we saying, Lisa?
I rolled a 19 on the last breath weapon, and I beat it, and then I use Uncanny Dodge to quarter it.
Yeah.
Fuck me for rolling a 2.
So the Hellhound is only going to take half, and the rest will take the full. 58 damage. As once again you see Strahd recharges his breath, that spark coming back and whooshing out across you all.
Sorry, I'm doing math.
And that is his turn. That's all he can do. Which brings us to our Hellhounds.
First up,
Nyum.
Meow.
And then can I get a dexterity saving throw, please?
You certainly can.
Actually, be right here.
That is a 12.
Meets it, beats it. Take half damage. 18, so 9.
Is that fire damage?
It is.
You see, as this fire goes out, and blazes against the wing of this dragon, it does not scorch.
Saw that coming.
Okay. I'm just gonna yeet this dog off the fucking tower at this point.
Speaking of, this dog goes over here, running jump, and bites the dragon.
Bite.
Gonna do a running jump for this one. Oh my god, what was that roll? 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Cool. That is 5 damage. Oh, sorry, it's 5, roll 5, so 11 damage total. And it's just gonna latch on.
Nice. Yeah, the hellhound clamps onto like a piece of this dragon, just holding onto it.
Yep. I said jump and attack, and it hit, so now it's lashed.
And that brings us to the shield guardian.
I was muted.
Rip.
We are going to hit once. I'm assuming a 17 doesn't hit.
A 17 does not hit. Not quite.
Oh,
Our rolls
no
today.
shit happens. Go.
Rip. That brings us to 3.
The dice said I have a story to tell. You all are suddenly really bad at all of your things. Cool. I would sure like to hit it with an arrow this time. Let's see if it works. Go. A 21 for the first hit.
21 hits.
First hit is going to be max damage for a 14.
Nice.
And the second one is an overdrawn shot. Okay, well, a 16 is not going to hit.
Nope.
Okay. Let me do a quick little look-see. If I have... I do still have a potion of healing. Can I use it? As a bonus action on myself?
Yeah, bonus action on yourself.
Hey.
Action on someone else, bonus action on yourself.
Let me go ahead and roll that for some HP. I didn't mean to roll that with question marks, but that's some HP, so that'll do.
Yeah,
And that'll be...
I can't hover over any... I can't interact with any tokens.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. T-Rex.
Randall, you might be muted too.
Too loud.
Run over there.
Rawr.
Excited. Which Lil is on my back, so they come with me, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Oh, I see why I can't interact with any tokens. I'm not right thing. Can I do it now?
And I
No, I can't.
bite.
By choice of
Oh, that was almost a natural 20. 18? Does 18 hit?
18 hits.
Ah, nice.
easy! 18 easy! I've discovered. Oh my god, that damage.
45 damage.
Half of those are cocked.
You know that's not how that works with digital dice.
I
That's
know.
But it is
We
funny
all
when
see it
shows
roll differently, but it ends up the same one. It's very weird how it ends up working.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then I swipe with my tail for an 11 to hit.
No. Not quite.
Percy, if you kill steal this, I will be so thrilled.
Except between Caleb and Percy's turns, legendary action. What's he gonna do this time? He's got so many things he can do. He can do. Oh, he can do an attack. He's gonna take a tail attack on the T-Rex. Where's my dice? Yeah. It's 20. It's a 4. 24 to hit. You, Caleb. Yeah. yeah, but 24 to hit you. How much is it? More damage. That's not.
That'll hit.
Okay.
A little.
That is 16 bludgeoning damage.
Rude.
And that is the legendary action. That brings us to Percy.
Oh my god.
Okay. Percy can't get a melee range. Like, here's not melee range, right?
Percy would not be able to get down there without taking damage. Because you were
Percy's not
big,
that dumb.
Percy is small.
You said it, not me. Well,
No. Rip.
Oh, a crit!
agree. And that's a crit.
Crit on him. With that light
once again,
crossbow.
10 damage.
Okay. That's not bad.
And
Let's just
he'll
do
move
this.
right here,
This,
I guess.
this dragon is not happy. That brings us to Stellavoctor, who
Forgot about my D6. Poopy diapers.
I still got it. She is going to give an inspiration to Ellie. Wherever Ellie is.
Now I have-
Ellie, you're so
now I-
far away.
Now I have 3. Yeah, I was about to ask, am I just like 20 feet below everybody else on this weird little fucking ledge?
Yeah.
Great.
Grow some wings, girly.
Yeah, use my last wild shape. Yeah, but then it's a waste of wild shape because I have spells I want to use.
It's okay. Mobility be like, I gotta fly.
Oh, it's my turn. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I
I'm
should have
so
said.
dumb.
That's my bad.
Okay. Question.
Yes.
How do we determine a creature's jump distance?
It is determined by your strength score.
Okay.
I can find out the proper math.
Let's do
if
that
you would
if you don't
like.
mind.
Jump distance or jump height?
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't determine that to be different. It just says like it triples the jump distance.
Okay. Jump. Maxwell, jump, jump. Bang, 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 bang. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so there is a difference between a long jump and a high jump. So
Okay.
your strength determines how far you can jump. Long jump. When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score. If you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. When you make a standing long jump, you can leap only half that distance. Either way, each foot you clear on the jump costs a foot of movement. The rule assumes that the height of your jump doesn't matter, such as a jump across a stream or chasm. At your GM's option, you may succeed on an athletics check to clear a low obstacle, such as a hedge or low wall. Otherwise, you hit it. When you land in difficult terrain, you must succeed a acrobatics check to land on your feet. High jump. When you make a high jump, you leap into the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier, or if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. When you make a standing high jump, you can jump only half that distance. Either way, each foot you clear on the jump costs a foot of movement.
So what we're hearing is you cannot directly jump 20 feet up right now.
No.
No.
No. I could
It would be
climb.
crazy.
I could climb 20 feet, right? Like, is this a scalable wall? Is this a surface
Yeah,
that could
I'd allow it.
feasibly? Okay, I'm gonna use my movement to climb up.
Yeah, you're a little hobbit.
Um,
Climb.
and then I'm gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Thank you.
Nice.
I got you, homie. And oh my god, only 15? Fuck. Okay, that's fine. How many targets is it? Everybody in the sphere?
Up to 6.
6 creatures in the sphere. Okay, so myself, selfishly, 3, Lil, both of the Hellhounds. Yeah, I think that's 6. If it's not 6, then also the Shield Guardian.
Nice.
No, I just healed mine. That one's mine.
Oops.
It's
All right,
okay.
we'll unheal that one. And I'll heal the. I don't know which one needs healing anymore.
Yours is the one that's barely injured. Mine is the one that's injured.
And that's my turn.
All right.
I don't know how to
I'm gonna give
remove
mine
the
a
fear.
status so we can tell.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Legendary action.
No.
Uh,
How many more of those you got? Damn.
Typically, there's 3 around on
yeah.
the reset at the top of the person's round.
and some cost more actions than others.
Yeah.
But the dragon is going to once again beat its wings, and I need everyone within 10 feet of the blood dragon to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Well.
What'd you get?
13.
11.
$24.
Okay. Anyone who got a 19 or higher is fine. Everyone else is going to take 13 bludgeoning damage and be pushed back 10 feet. So, Caleb, were you standing on top of there or were you standing on the ledge?
I was here.
Okay.
So I moved. Yeah, it's like a awkward 5, 10. I guess I go here. It's more away.
Yeah.
Since I was sitting on you, I moved with you anyways, so.
Okay. And that brings us to Lil's turn. Lil, what would you like to do?
I'm going to not hit the move turn arrow. And I'm gonna.
I was like, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Strahd.
Oh, no.
Calm down, Emery.
Oh, period.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Can I get a dexterity saving throw from the dragon, please?
Yes, you can. What is that? Okay. 21.
I did nothing, so I'm just going to use my offhand to attack. Sorry. Normal. How's a 29 sound?
A 29 sounds like a hit.
Damage. D8. Normal. I'll be 16 damage,
Nice.
7 of which is radiant.
Excellent.
But I do not get sneak attack because I have no allies near him. Wait, where's 3?
Here.
Never mind. God damn it.
I ran away because he blew fire on me and it hurt really bad.
All right.
All right, that's my turn.
I'm gonna roll a different d6.
You roll another 5 or 6.
That's
and
a
I'll lose
1.
it. Okay.
That's a 1. He cannot do the fire breath. Let's see. But he does need to Oh. Okay, he is going to let's see, what is that? Each creature of the dragon's choice within 120 feet that's aware of it. I need everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm really good at those. I said like a liar. All right. I have a
Get wrecked.
The wisest T-Rex in all the land.
And the wisest shield guardian, too. I got a nat 20 on that.
Jeez. Okay. So, anyone who got below a 19 is frightened. And you can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns, ending the effect on a success. Anyone who got a 19 or higher is now immune to this. So now
Wait, I have advantage. I have advantage because I have the brave species feature. So can I roll again? It specifically, it says you have advantage on saving throws against.
I'm thinking about because I thought of it. Because I had the thought. I do have to be honest. Let me look up Heroes Feast
I was going to say,
because I had
I don't think we can.
I don't think you can be frightened. Yeah, you're immune to being frightened.
Nerd.
Period.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait, if it's frightened, then this doesn't work.
Yeah, but he can still take his attacks, and that is what he will do.
He definitely was like, "Oh, you motherfuckers."
Yeah,
You
definitely
roast beef ass
very.
motherfuckers.
Oh,
Yeah, we're immune to poison and being frightened.
Poggers.
And all of our wisdom saving throws are supposed to be done at advantage.
Poggers.
well, you wouldn't have been frightened anyways. Okay. So I can still make my attacks though. So he's gonna move
Legendary make you stop resisting.
here. He's gonna do his multi-attack.
Yeah.
Which is 1 bite and 2 claw. Or no.
Can I use
Ooh.
my Hellhound's reaction to opportunity attack that movement? Where were you? Where were you before? I didn't see.
Here.
Oh, never mind. Keep going.
I move here. And is going to attack the T-Rex because he's flying. He's gonna use claws and tail. Does 23 hit? Yes.
Yeah.
Presumably.
Yes, it does.
So
If
that
memory serves, Kellum has an AC of 13 right now.
so
Yeah.
What's happening? Am I getting hit?
yeah, baby.
Legendary action, no.
How cute. So that's claw attack number 1. Oh, for max damage. 24. And then gonna make another claw attack. For a 24.
I do depolymorph.
So that makes him significantly smaller. No
That makes you
longer.
significantly smaller. Now you are out of my reach.
Yeah.
If you are right there. So he is
That'd be
going
the
to
last
turn
of my
his
activity.
attention to the person with the sun sword.
Makes sense.
So 24 to hit. I'll
Yeah, that's hit.
yeah.
Nah.
This is a claw.
Inspiration, no, it doesn't.
13 damage. And then he's gonna
Yeah.
do one more with his tail. For a natural 20.
Yep.
Let me find another D8. Oh, not that one. They have to match. They have to
No, that would
They have to be the same paint color on the numbers. Okay, so that is 29 points of damage.
What's half of 29, y'all?
14.
15.
15.
14. Either one. That was 1 point difference. And then that is it. The dragon's turn. That brings us to the hellhounds.
This hellhound is going to take a leaf out of the other hellhound's book and launch itself at this dragon.
Okie dokie.
And since I'm next to it, it has pack tactics.
True.
Oh shit, wrong thing. Of
I
course,
love it here.
nothing happens. Cool.
This hellhound is gonna do the same thing. With some packy tacties. Nothing happens. All right. That's all right. They weren't supposed to hit. They're supposed to help. It's good. It's all good. Shield Guardian.
Oop.
Okay.
Shield Guardian.
Ah!
Oh, wrong thing. Delete that one. How's a 20?
20 hits.
$14 damage for the first attack.
As the Shield Guardian makes that first attack, you see the dragon falters for just a moment, and that anyone who has been on the south end of the tower has seen that glowing red light come from within. That glowing red light diminishes, disappears as the dragon seems to regain a certain level of strength. With a roar. You think it's that easy? Strahd roars out. Second attack. Go for it.
Second attack was a 21 to hit.
That hits?
$10 damage.
Damn.
Okay. Okay.
And that's my turn. 3. You better take that fucking killing shot.
So, if everyone's okay with it, I'm gonna roll physical.
Yeah.
Go for it.
It seems to be happening that I can't control. So I'm gonna do it like this, if that's okay with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I'm gonna use the dice I bought with Eliza. So it's gonna have
Made
like
it
super
super
magical properties right now. How does a
Math.
Math girl, you got this.
25?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put
25.
everything I have behind this attack. So I'm gonna add my. I did roll on a -5, by the way, so I do get my overdrawn bow, and I'm gonna add my 1d8 and my 1d6, and we're gonna throw everything we have behind this arrow. Here we go. That is 19 damage on the first hit.
Okay.
And we're gonna do it again.
Do it again.
But this time I'm not gonna overdraw it because I can't. Do it twice. I don't think I can. I don't know. I'm not gonna look it up right now. So that's not an overdraw this time. So that would be 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Okay. This is a normal one. This is just normal in its entirety. Fucking shit. That's 7 damage.
It said if I'm normal, I'm gonna do minimum.
7 damage. He looks bad.
I
Do it. Do it.
don't think I can take this kill. I don't think I have a bonus action that is actually. Do I?
I've seen you shoot a bow 3 times in 1 turn before, bitch.
That was different. That was a different thing. I know what you're talking about, but that was different, I think.
He's fine.
There's gotta be. I gotta have a thing, right? Like, there's gotta be like a thing I can do. To try and do a little more damage. I did use that spell, so I could recast it.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
And I could roll 1d8 more damage.
Okay, roll another d8.
Do it.
Nice.
Sarah.
Yes.
Yep.
Tell me how this arrow. Tell me the like the bullet in Hamilton. Tell me about this arrow.
Ouch.
This 3 uses some of the last of their magic in this last arrow and casts Zephyr Strike again. Usually I hold it over every turn to get my movement, but I didn't need to this time. And it hits directly in the eye of the dragon, but the extra force behind it, the extra magical force, pushes it through into the back of its skull. As it seems to get faster as it travels through the air.
The dragon stills and collapses onto that ledge. Its body begins to shimmer, and once more is revealed as Strahd von Zarovich, now defeated. Strahd, cloying and desperate, cannot hide his surprise as death takes him into the black abyss. Surprise turns to rage, and the pillar stone of Ravenloft trembles once more with fury as the castle almost begins to crumble around you. The shudders abate as Strahd's burning hatred melts away, replaced at last with relief. The dark orbs of his eyes wither and sink into his skull as his corpse deteriorates before you. In a matter of moments, only bones, dust, and noble garb remain. Strahd von Zarovich, the Dark Lord of Barovia, is dead and gone. You've won. Well done. For a little bit of epilogue,
Ding,
One-
dong, the vampire's dead.
1 year later, after this adventure has concluded and you've all gone back to what is the life you have created for yourself 1 year later? And you can take a little minute to think about it if you'd like.
3 is hunting their makers. As they've always been. That was the thing. That was their goal at the beginning of this, and it's their goal still. However, there is a different purpose now. Strapped to their back is the Mark I, still shut down, still not responding, still turned off, and 3 is eager to find them and force them to fix whatever damage was caused to the Mark I during its time with
Rahadin.
Rahadin, thank you. Rashadin was what I was going to say. So it's close with Rahadin. And somewhere in the back of their computer mind, there is a constant fight of, once they've accomplished this goal, whether or not they will find Ellie once again and asked to be brought back as the human that they have so despised this whole time. But I think that is up to the interpretation of the viewer as whether or not they actually go through with it. I don't know.
Ooh.
A year ago when we defeated Strahd, Ellie left everyone with an open invitation to her home, with the promise of food and drink and merriment and a place to lay your head comfortably. Ellie decided that this was enough adventure for one old lady. She ventured out into the world seeking to see what the world had in store for her after 100+ years of living in her comfortable domicile in her space with her family. And after seeing what the world has to offer, I think she's seen enough in the month or so that they were gone. So she returned home to be with her family. She was greeted with many, many hugs and kisses and lots of questions, and she has returned home with more than enough stories, well equipped to entertain all 50+ grandchildren for the rest of her life.
And you did get the toys before you left Barovia.
I gathered
Good.
the toys.
You did pick
Good.
up the toys from Blinsky. Most of them, he was able to follow your instructions and keep them cool, keep them chill. There's a couple of freaky ones in there. There's a couple of strange and odd, out of place little toys.
That's
but you know
okay.
what? Everybody's got to have that goth grandkid.
She's got plenty of grandchildren. There's a couple of quirky ones in there. I'm sure she was able to distribute them equally. And yeah, she spends her days now teaching some of her grandkids the powers of being a druid and sharing her stories that she had with her lovely adventuring friends, with the hopes that one day they will take her up on her offer and come visit.
Caleb leaves and goes back in service of the librarian. And he of course brings Percy. Begs for a place for Percy to be nearby. And Percy is
Librarian relents and is like, I guess you can keep him.
And Caleb spends most of his time with a lot of fear. He still has a gem for a heart. He has friends that he goes and sees every once in a while, and someone he cares about. And a short year in a whatever the fuck I am. I think I'm just an elf, or half elf or elf.
Half elf.
1 year is not much time to truly process everything that happened. And he spends a lot of his time researching how to be whole again, and taking admin jobs and not deploying back into the field for the librarian, because he's afraid that he'll lose more than just his heart.
Percy goes with you and stays by Caleb's side and is very much in agreement of I think we're good on adventuring. I think we've seen a lot, and settles into a quiet life with you. Lil. Where's Lil at a year later?
Lil is sitting happily on the throne of Barovia. But, addressed to Callum, a note is delivered to the librarian. Your presence is humbly requested in Castle Barovia. I promise, you won't get trapped here this time. And so she sends for Callum, and in her fingers she twirls the card of the fates.
Ooh. We'll leave that up to the viewers to decide what they think happens there. The day after you defeat Strahd, whether you see this or not, it happens. Thick clouds fill the sky, and through the chilling morning mists, the land of Barovia is visible far below. There is finally peacefulness here. Rest has come to the valley for the first time anyone can remember, and a light flashes behind the viewer. Wheeling around, you see a stately man, a being of flesh and blood, in shining armor and a flapping cape. His countenance shows great strength of will, yet the forcefulness of his presence is tempered by his calm, sad eyes. His features are those of Strahd, yet subtly different. His voice is calm and peaceful. My name is Sergei Vonzarovich. He turns to Irina, who is standing at the balcony, and says, Tatiana, the time is at hand to rest. Come, my love and wife. He stretches forth his hand. Irina Kolyana's questioning eyes suddenly open with recognition and knowledge. Forgotten memories rush back to her. Sergei, she cries, springing to him with the grace of a doe, and they embrace. Irina turns to you, however many of you are witness to this, and says, I am Irina Kolyana, but in my past I was Sergei's beloved Tatiana. Through these many centuries, we have played out the tragedy of our lives. Now, with our deepest gratitude to you, the tragedy is over. It is time for joy to begin again. Shimmering light surrounds Irina and Sergei. Hand in hand, they walk east towards the edge of the overlook. Their feet do not touch the ground as they tread a path beyond this mortal world. Their invisible road takes them beyond the eastern precipice, their glow illuminating and thinning the clouds above Barovia. The clouds suddenly break open, letting shafts of glorious sunlight flood through. In the valley below, the strange fog disappears, and Barovia is free once more. You all make it out, except for Lil. But there's no longer an out to make it to. There just is a land clear of, maybe not clear of evil, but certainly with a new interpretation of it. A land that is no longer hidden from the sun. There is some aftermath. The bats, wolves, and dire wolves of Barovia lose their supernatural link to Strahd and become ordinary beasts. Ismark Kolyanovich, Ismark the Lesser, becomes the burgomaster of the village of Barovia. He's grateful to all of you for what you've accomplished and asks you to stay in Barovia, but knows that ask will be unsuccessful. But Lil, he helps you as best he can with ridding the land of what other threats you ask him to go after, offering his village to any of you as a safe place should you ever return. Van Richten leaves Barovia to live out his remaining days in solitude, though he does occasionally visit Ellie. Stops by to say hi. His protege, Esmeralda de Avenir is not convinced that Strahd is truly dead. She knows there are other evils in Barovia to be conquered and remains in the valley, working with Ismark and Lil. Whatever vampire spawn remain are now free of Strahd's control, and each seeks a new destiny. Many of them leave the realm. Some try to become vampire lords themselves. And as time goes on, years and years and years, perhaps hundreds, Esmeralda's suspicion proves justified. The destruction is temporary, but a curse is not so easily ended. The ancient dark powers with which Strahd forged his pack caused the vampire to reform. This is after many, many years. Long enough for the Barovians to discover what it feels like to live a life of hope. After all those many years, when Strahd is reborn, the mists surround the land of Barovia once more, and hope turns to despair. He remembers the defeat dealt to him and begins to plot his revenge. Madame Ava and her Vistani return to the valley. The beasts of the land fall under his spell, and the burgomasters fortify their settlements, hoping against all hope that someone can save them. Leaving space for another group of adventurers to perhaps come in and do this all over again.
We did all that for nothing?
Nothing. For nothing.
The first time I read that in the book, I was like, damn, this really is a time loop.
That's some straight booty juice.
So what I'm hearing is I'll see you guys next week for part 2.
See you guys next week for 200 years in the future when Strahd comes back. It says after a period of months. I'm going to say it's like a couple hundred
months?
Yeah.
That's just rude. It's
It
fucking
is.
rude.
But you guys did it. You killed Strahd. You defeated him. You defeated the curse. In your lifetimes, the curse does not return.
Not that I had much lifetime left. Damn.
But we did it. We finished it. Did you guys have fun?
Yes, it was so much fun. I loved playing a campaign with you guys. I kind of wish I wasn't pregnant so that I could join in more, but I don't want to commit to anything.
No. You need to take care of yourself.
But no, this was
There
so
is
much
a
fun.
post-session question.
There is.
There is.
There is. Kavika has asked, what was your favorite moment from this campaign?
Favorite moment.
Ellie's
Yeah,
date.
I know mine, but someone else can go first.
Ellie's date with Van Richten. That was the most hilarious thing I think I've seen in a hot minute when it comes to Ellie's character, because she's so sweet and innocent, and it was so awkward and it was great.
I think I'm having the pregnancy brain's taken hold, but any time that Ellie was able to give somebody a piece of candy and it genuinely changed their mood, I think those are my favorite moments. Sorry, Sarah, I didn't mean to interrupt you, by the way.
Mine was when we were in the major town whose name I can't remember. When we were in Valaki, and 3 tried to convince the Burgermeister of his folly and failed. Actually, that was probably my favorite. That plus like the conversations with Kellum were like the things that were very formative to their personhood.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like that was probably my favorite, because I got to like really dig my fingers into this poor robot that is trying to become a person.
Favorite moments would be giving Mad Mary the pyramid scheme join
The
thing,
card?
that was it was just unexpected. It was really funny.
That's really good.
I really enjoyed kind of the transition of us finding the like how we wanted to portray the story, and it got like serious but with a lot of levity, and I really liked where it ended up. It was I liked that process. It was a lot of fun. And probably one of my favorite moments is the Temple of Amber.
Oh, the Amber Temple?
Yes, sorry. Amber rules it. That's all I know. And you can tell her that. That's forever will be in my head.
She knows.
And all of us just being so excited to touch clearly dangerous statues.
Cursed shit.
I'd like to tack on to that also. Yeah, one of my favorite moments was freeing the Lich from the madness and then immediately getting the most badass buff that ever existed from being his friend. Just being able to walk around that whole place unscathed. That was incredible.
Yeah.
I genuinely think one of my absolute favorite moments, and I know it's a very recent one, but killing Victor Velkovich in one round.
That fucker deserved to die.
I totally don't have a grudge. What are you talking about? I don't hold grudges. Yeah. If chat, if you have any other questions, let us
I have a
know.
question
Yeah.
for our dear Evelyn.
Yeah.
I'd love to know how it feels to wrap up a full campaign, 49, almost 50 episodes.
Yeah.
That is,
I think if I was not
160 hours.
Yeah. I think if I was not on HRT, I would be sobbing. But testosterone has destroyed my ability to fully feel my emotions. So I am in
You
like
think there's science behind men not having feelings? What? That's crazy.
yeah. And which has honestly probably been the weirdest experience of like starting HRT is just like my emotions are so different now, and like certain ones are so much more and other ones are so much less, but that's not what the question is. It's really kind of surreal, and I don't think it's going to really set in until next Wednesday when we don't do this. It's like on the one hand, like I'm sad that it's over, but there's also like the relief of it being over. And I'm kind of excited to take a break from GMing, because I'm gonna be so for real. It's so hard.
It's exhausting.
It's so much work.
It's emotionally exhausting more than anything. I love the work, but it's emotionally exhausting.
The day after GMing is so hard to wake up.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna like tomorrow's gonna be a little rough. I can already feel it. But it's emotionally exhausting, but at the same time, like I don't know, it's so endings are weird and difficult, and I just hope that I did a good job with the module.
You did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
There is another question from Kavika. If your characters could have been a different class, is there something else you would have liked to cast them as?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
I really wish I had been a fucking paladin.
Me too. I was gonna say the same thing.
a paladin, a cleric, you know, the two very important things that you need for this campaign, apparently. Instead of someone who could do psychic and necrotic damage, which is useless.
A cleric would have made sense. I could see a cleric being like a sensible transition for Allie instead of a druid.
I want to play an evil cleric for Strahd so I can be absolutely fucking useless.
That would be funny. But my goblin brain tells me that nothing is funnier than tiny characters being these like front running tank characters with big weapons, like Lalafels in Final Fantasy 14 being like the barbarian. So it would be really funny if Ellie had been a barbarian, but that would make no sense for her character.
Yeah.
All I can imagine is a Lil being a paladin, a little paladin with like this tiny shield, like, I'm gonna beat you up, but I'm so small. I'm 3 feet tall.
Who's the one? No, was she a paladin? The one character from Vox Machina, or was she a cleric? The gnome.
No idea.
Because if I was in Vox Machina, you would enjoy it. It's very good.
Nope. 3 was a ranger from conception. Like through my backstory, finally I could talk about it. My backstory for Ev that I sent was a wanted poster of 3, of like the Mark II specifically, of like that, of like from whatever state they're from, basically being like, if you see this thing, they're very dangerous, don't engage, tell the guards. So that was my concept for 3. 3 is always like an assassin ranger character who was gonna learn how to love, I guess. I think I talked about this in After the Roll, but fuck that. Let's talk about it now. Fuck your paywalls.
Yeah, fair. Go for it.
I think the easy assumption is that this character is based on loosely based on autism. And I gently, as if you have autism and you relate to 3, that's super cool. But I will gently push back and say that this character was never meant to be an analog for that. This was an analog more for this the lone wolf personality and the feeling of being one person against a system or a world that is against them, and opening yourself up to others and finding community in that. So it was much more about that for me.
Hell yeah.
I like that.
And doing it as a robot was just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Robot good.
I would love just you and me, Sarah, to meet after this and just do a singular roll to see if 3 did end up deciding to be reincarnated, what we would end up getting, because it's totally.
Oh my god, no, do it. Is it random? Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's random.
I do think there's a small part of me that thinks that if 3 is successful, that 3 and the Mark 1 end up doing this together. But 3 also needs connection to the neural network to try and find and free anyone like them who had been captured, put up in museums, whatever, wherever they might be.
I love the spell reincarnate. It's such a cool spell.
You ever reincarnate a Kalash star into something else and realize that you fucked up as a DM? Because I did that. It was a real problem.
Yo,
there's a
Yeah.
this is
podcast that used to
poetic
do
as fuck. I rolled a 78. Okay, on the table for this, it's human.
Oh damn!
Yay!
I'm
Nice.
so poetic.
That is so poetic. Oh my god. I wanna Sarah, if you ever come up with a concept for what 3 looks like as a human, shoot it over to me and I'll draw
That'd be
it.
sick.
I'll draw it.
The answer is yes.
Oh.
I just cut out for a little bit. You're just silently
Rip. Yeah, if that's all the questions from chat. Oh, is there a story path you would have liked your character to have explored or explored further?
yeah.
Yes.
It's a hard campaign to explore backstories that are so intrinsic to outside of Barovia, because it's not a story that invites, like, it's not an inviting story to like backstory, and it's hard to kind of combine everything together. At least I struggle with that a lot.
Yeah. So for that question for me, I think I used it at the beginning. I think, Evelyn, I used to collect books and put them inside of my master tome, and that would give me like a
Yeah.
point that I could turn in to get basically the DM to answer a question mostly truthful, if I needed. Post episode 10, I think I completely kind of dropped that. There's a lot going on. It was kind of hard to fit in, and it felt a little jarring to be like, all right, everyone stop. I need to go look at books. And so I didn't really get to dive into like my patron, how that affected the relationship they're in. And we dived into it differently. But it wasn't the path that I was expecting. So I would have definitely enjoyed diving into that and the ramifications of Mad Mary a little bit. And then one thing I am proud that we did dive into, and this is a conversation Evelyn and I had, is because I consume a lot of gay film. They always die in the end. And so when Evelyn,
sad movies,
You
I'm
do.
I'm trying to get him to
there
watch
are
There
so many gay films. I would
more of them are
80% of gay
tragic.
films
I wouldn't say
are
80%,
tragic.
but the majority is definitely tragic. I don't know
And
about
so
80%,
I said,
but
Evelyn,
the majority.
I don't care what happens. This cannot end in tragedy. I don't want to be another tragic story, specifically for a gay story.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that you fit that in there very well, and I struggle with my own emotions and processing them. So doing an emotional storyline at the table was extremely vulnerable and awkward for me, and very challenging. But it was a fun experiment.
Hell yeah.
I don't feel like Ellie missed out on anything to be explored, but that's because I created her as a very simple character, just sort of like the local granny that everyone can just like lean on if needed, you know. If anything, I wish maybe I had given her a little more depth. But I feel like she lent well to the story, and I think she was the moral glue in a lot of situations.
Ellie was a character that was very of the present,
Mhm.
which like as a player is something that like I've always struggled to create. So I do want to give you kind of props for that, because it's very easy, I think, to, at least for me, to like get very much stuck in backstory.
That's fair.
So like I think having like a character, and as the GM, it's also nice to like have a character or two whose story is very much like just is what's happening. That makes sense.
In terms of, I mean, 3's backstory, I knew wouldn't be explored in Barovia, kind of going into it, but I was like, maybe one day we'll have a follow-up campaign, and 3 will make a quick, you know, maybe I'll like write like a little 3 or 5 shot, and we'll like be able to come back to this concept, because I really am in love with the concept of like someone on the run, having to overcome. And now there's like such a new unique element to it with the Mark 1. And I do think that there's, I wonder if, because like I'm assuming that the ending, like the aftermath that you read, was in the book, but like 3 and Irina kind of had like a little romance going on. I was wondering, I was like, Does she really go back to Sergey? Or is she like, I'm going to travel with my robot friend? You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe she comes back a little bit. Maybe she's like, oh.
Maybe she like comes back as like a what's the thing? I don't know. As like a something. She comes back
something.
and
Something.
she comes back as like an ASMR and she's like, Strahd, I'm here to help. She's an ASMR
True.
paladin.
I will say, like, big shout out to the moment that I drew the card that brought the Mark 1.
Yeah.
That brought Mark 1 to the campaign. Because that was also random. No one planned for that.
That was crazy.
And the like ramifications of that was crazy.
The fact that you guys drew the
Yeah.
knight card twice.
Fuck wild.
Yeah.
And it had to be my race. And it was just like, especially since like the implications for that of being a Warforged is like you're created, you're like made. And then the fact that magic is like, I'll just make another. It's like,
What?
It's crazy. So
for Lil, just because I came in so in the middle of this campaign, we didn't do a lot of back exploration on like her personality or her backstory, which is rather dark, to be honest. And I would like to think that like moving into that reign of Barovia, like a lot of things get resolved in which like she understands that she's not inherently evil to an extent. she cares about her people and pawns, for lack of a better term, but she's not malicious.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she was definitely corrupted, and I would have liked to have explored that more because she was raised by Baba Lysaga, and that is where she learned her magic. So it was all inherently evil from the beginning, and she has to come to terms with that personality change and understanding that she's responsible for a lot of people now.
Yeah. Well, we have one. I think this will be our last question. Another one from Kavika. How
Shout out
does
to
each
Kavika.
character say goodbye? He clarifies and says, and I mean goodbye to the viewers.
You gotta ask hard questions.
I mean, that's probably the easiest one for 3 because I'm a robot with no feelings.
You have
Probably,
feelings now.
Yeah, a little bit. It's probably
He has so many feelings.
It's probably goodbye, friend.
Ellie would go to each one of the viewers in the chat and grab them by the hand and put a little piece of candy in their hand and go, "Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. I really appreciate your support. You being here for me really made a big difference in making sure I could get home to my kiddos. So you have a good day and take this with you. Grandma loves you."
That's so cute. Stop it.
Caleb would kind of look over and go, I'm not the most touchy-feely person, but I do care. Sometimes just it's hard to express feelings, or you know that I am on your side, and I know that you are here for me, and you are always there, and you're always watching, but I look over at Percy and go, sometimes it just takes someone stopping and holding your hand and really noticing you for you to feel like you can truly love yourself. So, as we depart ways, I hope that you can find someone and reach out to them, hold their hand, and throw away those thorns just a little bit and give them a hug. I'll miss you.
Will would have pilfered all of the potions that Callum had that got you out of Barovia and said, "Here you go, here you go, here you go," and handed it to each individual person and been like, "You can get out of Barovia now."
And Emery would have said, "I can't make this noise anymore. I don't have a water bottle." So
Emery just gurgles.
from under the ground.
Yeah.
Caw. Goodbye, Hawk. I hardly knew you.
So the animated armor flying by at some point.
Yeah, the animated
Oh, that's gotta be my favorite memory. And I'm sorry, Evelyn. You walk up the stairs and you see an animated. A what? Sorry, that was
my finest moment.
I forgot about that.
Fucking Death House.
But thank you all so much for playing, all four of you, and I really appreciate you guys playing in the first campaign that I have run from start to finish, the first long campaign that I've run from start to finish. I hold a lot of appreciation for you all in my heart, both because of this and because of who you are as people and as friends. And thank you all so much for watching. I'm very grateful to anyone who has lurked, commented, watched on YouTube, watched here on Twitch. Thank you for watching. Remember to be kind, to love one another, and we'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.